Man, the intro. Let's get down to it. Welcome and welcome back to S.WigginsTV. It's Worldwide Wiggins. And today, we're going to be talking about LA hoods that's bigger out of state than in actual LA. My ninja, you got hoods out here that's small hoods in the land, but in these other states, they deep as a motherfucker. This is a very controversial topic, and a lot of people's not going to admit it, but I mean, the truth is the truth, bro. So if your hood is mentioned on here, believe me, I got love for all the small hoods. I got something to say about this subject because this is a very controversial topic. I'm going to just list the hoods and we going to speak on this topic at the end. I don't want to keep y'all waiting. We got a lot to talk about, man. Let's get down to it. Number one. The Trey Hoovers. I rock with the Hoovers. I'm never gonna get on here and get disrespectful, bro, but a lot of people like to say, okay, Trey Hoovers is extinct. You know, they not prevalent. Dark Side took over that part of they hood. But also, if we gonna say that, we gotta also admit 2024, they did make a comeback because if you was outside, there was a lot of Trey Hoover hit-ups. Because I was outside in that summertime, you feel me? Yeah, it was around like summertime. So, believe me, it's a few Trey Hoovers out there. Now, territory-wise, I can't speak on it. Hey, that's out of my jurisdiction, I mean. But, to be honest, out of state, oh man, you got Trey Hoovers in Alabama, Florida, Mississippi. You know, it's more prevalent in the South. There's a lot of Trey Hoovers out there. So actually, in these other states, they pretty deep, bro. So quite naturally, of course, you know, if people saying they not as prevalent, they not really there no more. That means out of state, they way more prevalent. Okay? But shout out to the Hoovers. Much love, you already know. Free Tommy guns. I heard Tommy was the only one with no weird charges. You feel me? So free the homie, bro. I told you. All right, next hood. The 135 Pacc Rocs. Now, no disrespect to the real roasters out there, but 135 is not as big as, let's say, the West Side. The West Side is enormous. The West Side is huge, bro. The Nellas, the Mob. These are huge gangs. The 135, you know, is a smaller hood. It's a small hood. To be honest with you, I can't tell you how many members they got, but if they had over 50 members, I would be surprised. And you know, I root for the small hoods, no disrespect. I rock with this. This is a small hood channel. But I must say, out of state, in New Jersey, the 135s is deep. Oh man, they got movies, a 135 Pacc Rocs story. I'm like, what the Yeah, but they spread it all, like they in New York, I think, like other states. They in a lot of that. I'd have met I think somewhere in the South too. I just can't remember. But 135's for sure. Deeper out of state than Compton. Next hood, the Gardena Payback Crips. I was just hollering at the Gardena Paybacks, and they was telling me Paybacks they always been a small hood, a solid hood, a small hood. You know, they get active, they get cracking. Can't take nothing from them. You know, they small. They might be 50 or smaller. But out of state, this might be the biggest one. Cause nigga, in New York, the New York Payback Crips, they got in Payback, you got the 27, the 247 or something. They got 129th Street, 137, 134th Street. You know, forgive me if I'm missing one, man. I'm gonna rock with y'all. But in New York, they got different factions. 111 Payback, they got a whole Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. They in New York, they in the thousands, not the hundreds, not the 50. They in the thousands in New York, I heard. Them boys is deep out there. Yeah, those is deep. And they in Baltimore. They call it Gardena. They in different states too. Alright. Next hood, you got the Avenue Pacc Rocs in Inglewood. Avenue Pacc Rocs, I wouldn't say they like a medium to small size gang. Well, I would say nowadays, they a smaller gang. But in Memphis, boys is deep. Facts. Matter of fact, I see them like on their hood day. They came to Cali. They sacked to the land for the hood day. So can't take nothing from them. And that's another hood that people don't mention. When it comes to out of state. Alright. Next hood, you got the Compton Elm Street Pacc Rocs. Elm Street, small hood. They cool with other Pacc Rocs in the area, but they beef with a lot of the Crips in the area, Ward Lane or whatever. But they in several different states. New York, Seattle, and all over the South. Guarantee you, they deeper in the South than in the Compton. Alright. Next hood, 5-5 Neighborhood Crips. 5-5 Neighborhood is like a very small hood. It may have been popularized by C-Mac, but they can't take nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? They get down, they do their thing. I heard in New York, you got 5-5s that's deep as fuck out there. Well, let's say they deeper than the ones in LA for sure, because 5-5 is not that deep, bro. I don't even think they over 30 members. And I don't mean the whole rolling 50s, just the 5-5s. But shout out to them, you feel me? It's love. Alright? Center Park Bloods in Inglewood. Another small hood. Okay? Known for a lot of hustling, money getters. Going at it with Watergate and, other Crips in the area. But they got a hood in Ohio. I don't know if it's Cleveland or whatever. I think it's Cleveland. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, they deep out there. And one of they reputables from Center Park, Siggy Loco or whatever, he started the hood out there. So that's what it do. And a lot of hoods go OT and start up and do their thing. Alright. Next hood. While we in Inglewood, the Queen Street Bloods, they pretty small as well. Queen Street that went at it with other Bloods and Crips and all that. Can't take nothing from them. But in New Jersey, yeah, they deep as I heard. Or at least more than, in Inglewood for sure. What's that called? The double I? Inglewood, the Inglewood. I heard they got an Inglewood out there in Jersey. That's what it do. Next hood, Playboy Hustler Crips out there on 68th Street in Fig. Another hood that's smaller, and not, as prevalent as other hoods. Shout out my boy Boss Hog. Holla at your boy, man. I've been hearing, I'm in Miami right now, and you got a Playboy Hustler over here. And they over in they not in Miami, they next to Miami, the city over, Broward and stuff. They got a little hood over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I need to look into. I got some things coming up, man. Alright, I'm gonna just give you one more. Just for shock value. I could have put a lot more on the list. I'm gonna get some honorable mentions, then I'm gonna talk about the 111 Neighborhood Crips. Now, I'm not gonna say 111 is small per se, but I'm gonna say they small, compared to other hoods in the area. But as far as but I'm here in Jersey, they got a 111 out there and they deep too. Somebody said it and I did my homework. And I'm trying to reach out to them. This is my second time. The homies from 111, New Jersey, that hit me back, dude. My daughter done played in my phone. I lost a lot of numbers. Hit me ASAP. Alright, and that's gonna conclude the list. I could have said my Pacc Rocs, It's a lot of them in the South. I could have said Cedar Block. I met a few of them in the South. I could have said a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? I could have said Rolling 20 Neighborhood. They deep in Atlanta. I could have said, man, there's millions of them. But Rolling 20s ain't small. And Mob ain't small. You know? I just want to do small hoods for the time being. You know what I'm saying? I might do a part 2. But here's my take on it. I ain't talking about nobody on this list, especially if you know I rock with you, but I just got some advice for y'all. If your hood is damn near extinct, when you look, like, just look around. Next time you go to the hood, just look around. If you see your hood got 5 people and 2 of them smokers and no young ninjas, you need to hit up everybody from OT, everybody that's making the hood OT, and fly them out to LA. Come stand on the block, man. Make the hood look good. Oh, we need help. Throw a barbecue. You better start embracing them out of town. Let me find out you is damn near extinct, and you out there trying to embracing them out of town. Man, shut. You know you need it. But yeah, man, I'm just talking shit, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Content on the way. We turning up for September. I'm gone. Wicked.